Oh my god.
Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and some of you are probably thinking, wait a second, this isn't Kyle's game room. Lauren, did I finally move out on my parents?
No.
That is unfortunately correct. So, if this isn't Kyle's new place yet, then where are we?
We're in my room.
We were doing a couples video, and I thought, you know what, let's do it somewhere that is not Kyle's game room. But the next video that we are doing together will be in the room, so don't you worry about that. So today we are doing a couples tag. Now, we've seen Sixin do this, which by the way, shout out to Sixin. Subscribe because Sixin is one of my YouTube friends. So anyway, like normally this is a tag, so you have to tag people, and we don't really know who to tag besides like Heart Girl. If you want to do this video, by all means let us know and like say it in the comments, hey, I watched this video, then we'll hop on your channel and check it out. So the tag that we found that Sixin did here, like the tag originally has what, 72 questions or something like that?
Yeah.
And you know what we said to that?
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that noise. So we chose 21 of them, not intentionally. Like we did choose a bunch of them, and then we narrowed it down. We don't want this video to be 20 years old, so
20 years long.
Quiet. So let's get into the questions so you can learn more about us.
Alrighty. When/where did we meet?
I think we should mention how we met first, and that was Tinder. The magical world of Tinder. Now, okay, so when we met on Tinder, we weren't looking for hookups, because Tinder is notorious for being a hookups app, and there's a reason why.
Pretty good for that, honestly.
But when I saw Lauren on Tinder, like, as soon as I saw her pictures, and I read her bio, because I like to read sometimes, like, I knew, like, from the get-go, like, I liked this girl a lot. Like, there's something special about her, so instead of swiping right, I swipe up, because that means a super like. I don't know how many people who actually don't have Tinder know that. So, anyway, she liked me back, and we started talking. That was on November 12th? And then we were chatting, and according to Lauren, I was really cocky when we first started talking, and honestly, she was probably right. I'm not gonna get into how I was cocky. Here, apparently, on our first date, as soon as she got into the car, like, her opinion changed.
Yep. You're wrapped around my finger as soon as I got in that car.
You're like, how was I acting on our first date? Which, by the way, we still need to figure out when, like, when and where. And it was on November 22nd, and it was at the mall that was like 5 minutes away from her house. It's like a half-an-hour drive almost for me, but I did it. So I'm like, hey, this girl seems really cool. I like her. So let's give it a shot.
Super lovey-dovey on our date, and it was really nice.
Yeah, I don't think I was ever that lovey-dovey on a first date. I can't remember. But again, it was like, it's like I knew. You were saying how, like, what's it, on our, like, after I was done with our first date, I immediately got rid of Tinder.
Yep. Did it right in front of me. This is like declaration for liking me. He was like, hey, guess what? And I was like, what? And he deleted it right off of his phone. I was like, okay then.
Go big or go home. Which, by the way, guys, I actually don't recommend doing that kind of shit. Like, honestly, the way that we were on our first date, some girls would probably find it, like, weird or, like...
I felt like we had a connection, but, like, don't do that on your first date with a girl unless she's comfortable with it.
How it worked for me, I have no freaking idea. That was Jesus.
Jesus?
That was Jesus.
Good Lord. Who said I love you first?
This guy. And this is a story for you, then.
He said that he loved me before we started dating. So we started dating on November 22nd. He said I love you before then, and he...
No, we started dating on December 22nd.
Oh yeah, we did start dating on December 22nd. Our first date was on November 22nd. So he asked me out before December 22nd, and I said no. And he then started saying, like, the I love yous and all of that stuff.
Not to pressure her. Fair warning, like,
yeah,
this is how I felt.
I just wasn't completely sure, and I was fine with him saying it. Like, if somebody says that, like, that's awkward if you say that to them, don't keep saying it. But he'd say, I love you, and I didn't want to say it until I was absolutely sure, and I didn't start saying it until a little bit after.
Again, like, the way the stories are sounding, like, the way when we started dating, it shouldn't happen. Because, like, normally it would be, like, a turnoff for a lot of people, but, like, somehow it worked for us. Which, again, I don't recommend anything that we did. Because, it doesn't always work.
Besides meeting on Tinder, that's a valid way to meet people.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sitting in front of a TV. What's on the screen?
Okay, so for Lauren, it's like a multitude of things. When it comes to shows, we have a Steven Universe, because you're really into that. Voltron now. Now I got you into My Hero Academia. Bob's Burgers, that's a big one. Especially when you're studying and stuff. But when it comes to games, it's Horizon Zero Dawn, Fallout 4, and then eventually, hopefully, Fallout 76 and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I'm buying her Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
What a nice boyfriend.
I'm not that great. And hopefully, maybe, just maybe, one day I'll get her into Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, that's a stretch though, so we'll see what happens.
For Kyle, he doesn't really watch anything specific. Like, he'll turn on the TV when he's eating, and he won't eat during commercials. But whatever games he's streaming, really. Crash, Pokemon, some weird Sonic game. Who knows?
Now Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
In Tristan's voice.
No.
Oh, I love it.
When/where did you meet my parents?
That was right before you went back to college on winter break. Because, like, for the longest time, she wouldn't let me meet her parents. And honestly, I don't really blame her. And I was a little bit nervous anyway. But eventually, I met her dad. Because, like, she was, like, talking about her parents, like, I don't want to say getting me hyped up, but, like, getting me, like, a little bit of, like, a realistic expectation, like, what to get from them.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting her dad to be a bit intimidating and stuff, but no.
Yeah.
Not really.
I met your mom, like, on our second date.
No, Mom didn't tag along with us.
No.
Like, on our first date, I took her home. Well, not to her home. I took her to my place. And, I forget, what all did we do? I'm pretty sure we played games or something, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, we played Mario Kart eventually.
Yeah, we did.
Was it second date?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we played Mario Kart, and, yeah, eventually she met my mom, and at the time, like, I was, like, super, like, really into my mom, like, mom meant the world to me and stuff.
He literally told me that if his mom didn't like me, he wouldn't date me.
What did you get for having your mom as your best friend? Moving on!
What are you good at?
I'm half decent at guitar. I'm not very good at video games. I am good at making you smile, I think. I am good at driving, I think. I mean, there's not a lot that I'm good at, honestly. Like, I used to be good at math. I don't know, I think it's your turn. What are y'all good at? I'm also good at spending money. That's good.
I'm good at doing makeup, even though I don't do it very much anymore. I'm good at video games, unlike my counterpart.
Still beat you at Mario Kart, just saying.
Stop. I don't know. I'm not very good at a lot of things. Oh, I'm great at tickling Kyle.
That's something I don't like. Moving on.
What movie do you always cry at?
Okay. As a kid, whenever I watched the Rugrats movie, when Tommy gets very angry at Dill, as a kid, that always made me cry. I always left the room and cried. To this day, I don't know. I haven't watched the movie since elementary school, so now, I don't know. I don't really cry to movies.
I cry at everything. Like, every single movie, I'll cry about something. I'm very emotional. Stop.
Next question.
If I was collecting something, what would it be?
Well, you can't really see it, but we got some pops. Steven Universe. We got one My Hero Academia pop. One Cusco pop, because she likes llamas.
Yeah, I do.
If she collects pops, I was going to have her collect amiibos, but I only got her two amiibos.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get her more into collecting figures.
Yeah.
And we got some plushes back there too.
If you were collecting something, it'd be SH Figure Arts or Amiibos. You have a slipper collection, a video game slipper collection.
That's not really a collection. I don't intend to collect those. My parents get them for me. My mom gets them for me. All right, name one more figure line before we move on.
D-Arts, Nendoroid.
There we go. That's a wife right there.
What is something you wish I didn't do?
Tickle me. That's not happening anytime soon.
I wish you didn't snore. But that's not really something that you can fix.
Alright, I'll keep farting.
I wish you didn't fart as much either. Or they weren't as smelly.
Sometimes they just leak out. I'm sorry.
God, stop. What's your nickname?
My nickname? I don't really have much of a nickname besides Kyle from KGR. I just gave that to myself, so that really shows how great I am. You call me Bubby.
Yeah, I do.
My friend Angie calls me Kyle from Kyle's Game Room religiously. Like, I don't go as Kyle. I don't go as Kalmon. No, it's hello, Kyle from Kyle's Game Room. Like, every time. Like, you met Angie, right?
I don't know.
I hope you do. I hope you did, because Angie's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Angie! I doubt Angie's watching.
My parents call me Stretchy, and Kyle calls me Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Bubby.
Pumpkin.
Alright, what kind of movies do I like?
Marvel movies. In fact, I caught up on most of them just so we could watch Infinity War together.
You like scary movies, don't you?
And barely, honestly. I don't really watch much.
You don't even watch any movies!
That is also a good point.
Like, the TV and movie ones is hard for me because you don't really watch anything.
Yeah, at least not anymore. Like, I used to really be into, like, Disney stuff, obviously. Like, Pixar was a big one for me. I was mainly into comedies, like Adam Sandler stuff when I was younger. But now, I mean, I don't really watch too much.
Mm-hmm. Complete this sentence. My girlfriend/boyfriend is blank.
My girlfriend is abusive because she tickles me way too much.
I am not abusive. Let's clear that up right now. I am not abusive. I do not abuse Kyle in any way, shape, or form.
Liar, liar, plants for hire.
The feet tickles are the worst.
Oh my god, Kyle.
Those bring back Vietnam flashbacks. Anyway, your boyfriend is what?
Perfect.
Aww. I don't think so. I'm not that great.
I think you are. You're perfect for me.
No.
Our first trip together.
I don't think the mall counts.
No.
Right? So, our first real trip/vacation was down to Myrtle Beach, and that was the first beach I ever been to before in my life.
And you liked it, right?
Mm-hmm. Except for the first night. Got pinched by a crab.
Oh my god. Kyle got pinched by a crab, and for the rest of the trip, he was terrified of crabs. It was the funniest thing.
Anytime I felt anything on my feet, I'm like, ah, what is that?
He literally jumped into my arms one time.
Okay, so here, my mom is terrified of sharks. That's why she's never been to the beach. And mom, like, was trying to, like, scare it into me to, like, be afraid of sharks. Yeah. Honestly, when I went down to the beach, my biggest fear was not sharks. My biggest fear was jellyfish, actually.
We didn't see a single shark.
No, we saw a jellyfish wash up on the shore.
Yeah, we did, and I poked it.
I was sad.
You're like, ew, don't touch that. I touched it.
But no, everything changed when the crabs attack.
It pinched, like, 2 of his toes. It was, like, hanging from your toes.
It sucked!
It was funny. I didn't know how to get it off.
I lifted up my foot, and he's, like, hanging on, like, both claws, right?
Yeah, he was hanging on to 2 of your toes, and I didn't know how to get him off. I didn't want to just yank because it would rip his skin, and so he lifted up his foot, and it was just high enough for a wave to crash into it and wash the crab away.
I thought he let go. Point is, crabs suck.
They're yummy to eat, though.
I'm never gonna eat a crab.
Yum, yum, yum.
As much as I hate them now, I'm never gonna eat them.
Eat a crab cake.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll make you try a bite.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Who's dominant in the relationship?
I'm not gonna answer that question.
I want your opinion.
I think it's more mixed, honestly.
It depends on the situation. Kyle and I both share a degree of dominance in the relationship. Favorite video game?
Yours is Horizon Zero Dawn, right?
Yeah. Yours is Crash Bandicoot.
It's my favorite series.
Or you like one Sonic game or something?
I know, like Sonic Adventure is it's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Which of my hobbies do I find least interesting?
I'm looking around and there's nothing that I can really think of. She's really into Jeffree Star palettes and stuff, and even though I'm not into makeup, obviously, I love how much she's into it and stuff, because it's like me when I get very into figures and stuff.
Yeah, yours would be Yu-Gi-Oh for me, because I have no idea about anything. If I knew more about it, it would probably be more interesting to me, but I don't know anything about it.
When it comes to Lauren's hobbies and interests and stuff, I try to get into it. She's the reason why I'm starting to watch the Marvel movies. She's the reason why I played Horizon Zero Dawn. It's why I
started watching Steven.
Exactly. I'm trying to get us both interested in our own little things. I got her into amiibo collecting. First, a fun fact. When it came to our first conversation on Tinder, I asked her if she had a Switch because she was really into Nintendo and video games.
That
and
was
stuff.
the opening line was, "Do you have a Switch?"
Because I was trying to impress her, hey, I got a Switch. How about we play sometime? And I also asked her if she collected amiibos, and she said that she always wanted to. So I got her first amiibo of her favorite character of one of her favorite series.
Reese from Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. Your favorite clothing item?
Okay, a lot of you are probably gonna think my black V-necks. No. Honestly, my favorite item was my infamous Second Son beanie. And now it's gone.
Good lord.
And now I'm so sad.
Oh.
I love that beanie with a passion.
Mine is the shirts that you've given me. If you could change anything about me, what would it be?
The distance. I want to live with you instead of constantly dropping you off, picking you up. Because it's a half an hour drive.
Yeah.
Just to her house. So to pick her up and take her to my place, it's an hour drive. And I do that back and forth twice.
And I don't like driving. I should put that out there that I have my license. I didn't have it when we first started dating. I just got it in April. But I do have my license. I do drive there sometimes, but I am not a big fan of driving. I'm a very anxious driver, so it puts a lot of emotional stress on me.
I mainly have her drive to me whenever there's something wrong with my car.
Yeah.
But honestly, my car's gas mileage is not bad. Now that it's not leaking gas anymore, $10 gets me to her place and back, which is about 100 miles, and there's still some gas left. So hell yeah.
And for me, I would say the exact same thing. The distance. I hate that you spend so much gas money on me. What's your favorite junk food? I know yours right off the bat. Well, he has multiple different favorite junk foods. They're categorized as in meals and desserts. Meals would be spicy chicken fries. Desserts, he prefers raw cookie dough.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But he also enjoys chocolate chip cookies.
For you, favorite junk food? Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
I really enjoy salt and vinegar chips. I will eat them until my tongue goes raw. It's amazing.
Oh, Laffy Taffy. I love Laffy Taffy.
Strawberry Laffy Taffy.
And blue. Blue's pretty great too.
What did you learn from me?
The Marvel Cinematic Universe. I learned that driving back from Westchester is scary.
I was gonna go more with, like, the sentimental route, as in, like, you taught me that, like, I could kind of let my guard down and, like, I could trust you, you know? And that I didn't have to be afraid to trust people.
When it comes to the sentimental thing, I think I learned that, like, I am, like, Lauren's, like, gonna listen to everything. Like, I don't have to worry about, like, saying something, like, confessing something, like, nothing bad about her, but, like, there's something, like, on my mind or something, like if I'm feeling anxious or something's going wrong or something, or if I'm depressed, I don't know, like, or even the opposite emotion where, like, if I'm, like, want to pour my heart out to her, like, I don't have to worry about it, like, being too much for her, because, like, I was always afraid of that with ex-girlfriends, and sometimes it has been a problem.
What's our song?
It is Echo Smith's Bright. I learned it on guitar for her.
Yeah. Very early on in our relationship. What show do you like that I hate?
Oh, I know. Sword Art Online. Oh God, you hate Sword Art Online.
Yes, I do. Make fun of me for watching Voltron a lot. Like, I would say I watch a lot of sports anime, so I would say that, but you haven't watched them?
And I haven't watched Voltron either, to be fair.
Yeah, Kyla hasn't watched Voltron. I don't really think you'd hate anything of mine without watching it first or trying it. You thought you wouldn't like Steven Universe, but you ended up loving it.
My favorite characters are Lion and Garnet.
Yep.
And I love the nerd aspect into it. Like, Steven has a GameCube and an N64. Like, that's my son. And that's it for the video, guys. So if you want to do one yourself, by all means, let us know. Put it in the comments. You can, again, we'll have a link in the description to, like, what we got the questions from. And obviously you have, like, 72 questions or so to work with. So if you want to make a shorter video, or if you want to do questions that we didn't cover, by all means do so. So is there anything you want to mention before we go?
I don't know. YouTube doesn't really see a lot of the intimate parts of our relationship, and how much we enjoy, like, hanging out together. Like, I used to be on streams a lot and voice call and stuff, but I've kind of stepped away. But
and even when she was on that, like, you still didn't really see, like, how our relationship is and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot that YouTube doesn't really know. But yeah, YouTube doesn't really see the intimate parts of our relationship. We spend lots of time together. We talk every single day. Like, he really is somebody special to me.
Yeah, like, we pick on each other a lot on stream, but, like, in all reality, like, we are absolutely lovey-dovey. Like, we do, like, bicker a little bit, but, like, a lot of it's not even bickering. It's, like, just having, like, real serious conversations about things.
And every couple bickers. Like, don't end a relationship because you have a fight, you know? Like,
we only really had, like, one real fight.
Yeah, and we got past it, you know?
Really quickly.
Really quickly. Like, we work out our problems and we get through them. Like, and YouTube doesn't really see that.
Some of you are probably wondering, like, how long has this Tinder hookup lasted, you guys? And that has been almost 8 months now.
8 months and, like, 2 weeks. Less than.
Yeah.
I've been a really long hookup, haven't I?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, Lauren is, like, the longest relationship I've had.
We're coming up on the longest relationship that I've had.
We should probably also give a little bit of dating advice to some of my viewers. 'Cause I know, like, there are some viewers that have gone to me about dating advice, and honestly, I haven't been dating for that long, and any relationships I've had haven't lasted long, so I'm not the best at it. But now that we've lasted this long, like, I think it's fair to finally give some kids some advice.
Okay, I'd say my advice, because I haven't been in as many relationships as you have, but I have been in longer lasting ones, that talk out your problems. If you have a problem with the other person, you need to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you hide your problem, the bigger it's going to become, and the less likely you are going to be able to work it out. And I think with that same thing, you need to know when to let go at the same time. Don't stay in a relationship that is a compromising situation because you want to be in a relationship. It's very sketchy being in those kinds of situations, and I think that you should try and work things out, but if you're constantly, like, having humongous arguments, I think you need to know when to let go. And that's really the most important advice I have to give, is you can work through your problems, but if you have too many problems to work through, maybe it's not the most ideal situation. And I feel like people have more problems realizing when to let go than actually, like, having problems in a relationship, you know?
One thing that I can probably give as advice is, like, know what you deserve. Because, like, I've been in relationships where, like, I knew, like, I wasn't happy, but I stuck around and stuff. 'Cause, like, I thought I was happy at that point, but in all reality, I really wasn't. And, like Lauren said about the compromising stuff, like, obviously, you are going to have to do, like, a few compromises for somebody. But, like,
don't sacrifice your needs for somebody else's. Like, compromise is important, but you don't have to compromise on everything.
well, I think something that would probably be appropriate for my viewers was, like, for those who are collecting action figures or, like, are really into video games and they're afraid of girls not really being into that. Like, Lauren has been in my room the first time we met. Like, whenever
you had Sonic bed sheets the first time I came over. It was interesting. I stuck around. Here I am.
Like, don't be afraid of your hobbies, like, ruining a relationship. And if the girl doesn't want to stick around because of what you're into, then that's a good sign of saying that she's not the right one for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like, Lauren is the girl I've been waiting my whole life for. I've wanted romance since I was, like, 6 years old, and it took me 18 years to finally find her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's absolutely perfect for me.
Mm-hmm. Don't hide or lose part of yourself in a relationship or trying to gain a relationship. I think that that's what you're trying to get to. Like, don't give up your passions for somebody else, because when you find somebody that's worth, like, loving and giving your time to, they're going to embrace your passions.
And especially when they're supportive, like, you're, like, into, like some of the figures that I collect, like, you like Naruto and stuff. So, like, when I, like, figured that out, like, that made me fall for you even more. You don't like how often I spend money on Crash Bandicoot, but it's not that she hates Bandicoot, it's just the fact that, like, I gotta save money and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, she's supportive of, like, everything I do.
And I'd say also support your partner as well. Like, it's not all about them supporting you, you gotta support them. They might not be like, into something that you are, but show love for it, you know? Like, I'm super into collecting makeup, and Kyle has learned a lot of that different stuff that's involved with it to make me happy, you know, and support my hobbies as well as me supporting him.
Now, I don't think there's really much to say after that. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and Lauren and I are also going to do a Pokemon video. It's not going to be as long as this one, but it's still, like, more questions and stuff, because she's really passionate about Pokemon, and I like Pokemon too, so I thought it'd be fun. And that's it for the video, guys. So if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the description, there's all my social medias. Do you want me to plug your stuff too, or no? Alright, I'll have Lauren's Instagram and Twitter. Her Snapchat, I'm probably not going to make public.
You can't, like, I don't really care.
Alright, cool. If you want to add her on Snapchat too, by all means. And thank you for watching. I guess I'll see you on the next one. So, yeah.